so my name is Ralph Hogenberg. I'm the drone pilot for the Red Bull Drone 1. So Red Bull came to us at some point with the request like, is it possible to make a drone that can film a Formula 1 car for a full lap? So at Formula 1 speed, with a battery that can keep up with the full lap, but also make nice footage, so have a good camera built in to make actually cinematic shots of the car going a full lap. That happened last year in Silverstone. We finished with 1 full lap behind Max Verstappen at Silverstone, and that's the purpose of this drone. And now, you know, we're looking at the next steps for this drone, like what can we do more with it. We figured out it is also really efficient for, you know, long range flying, and also very suited for perhaps live streams. So we started adjusting the drone, and now has some technology in it to do live streaming, so have like high quality broadcast video output. And yeah, we're here to test it on the rally stage to see if we can make cool footage of a rally car on a stage at a very long section. We built this drone with the intention to go fast, so we needed to hit 350 kilometers an hour to keep up with Formula 1 speed around the track. So yeah, we had to kind of rethink the shape of the drone. There were already a few drones out there that have done similar shapes to go fast, but they couldn't go very long and they couldn't make any footage. So we kind of adapted that shape to fit our needs. So it's basically a big battery with all the electronics wrapped around it in a shape that's, you know, very aerodynamic. So if we fly it forwards, then the front profile, if you can see it like this in the camera, is very small, so very little aerodynamic resistance. And yeah, the whole drone, the tech is built around that. So the lightest materials possible. This is like a glass fiber shell, all meant to make it as light as possible. And then we made all the propellers, motors, combination with the batteries to make sure it can not only go fast, but also keep up for quite multiple minutes at those high speed. And if we go slower, if we slow the drone down to like, let's say maximum 200 kilometers an hour, 100 to 200, then we can go way longer. So we can go maybe 10 kilometers distance, or can fly for like, maybe even 10 minutes at that speed. Following a Formula 1 car is a lot different from a rally car, obviously. Way more tight corners, shorter acceleration and braking distances, less long flowy corners like Formula 1 in Silverstone, for example, and more, you know, rugged left, right, up and down, and more vertical as well. So yeah, that's going to be a challenge this weekend to keep the framing right, to slow down before each corner. Get a drone shaped like this is not very good at the slow corners. So doing a hairpin, accelerating back out, slowing down, another hairpin, that's going to be the challenge for flying this week. So this drone, it was built with the help of Red Bull Advanced Technologies in the Red Bull factory. So there's a lot of tech in there already. But the next step for the tech is the live stream. So it's quite hard to fit all the high quality broadcast gear, video transmitters, cameras into a drone like this. But we did manage to do that, and this weekend is the first time we're trying out the new technology and seeing how it works in real life and in real broadcast. If we talk about the controls for this drone, it's an FPV drone, which means it's flown with FPV goggles. So this is the goggle, and in these goggles I can see exactly while we're flying what this little camera on the top is seeing. So for me, with the goggles on, it feels like I'm inside the drone, and I can see directly what's in front of me. I can direct without any latency on the controls. I can direct the drone to be very dynamic and react to what the car is doing. And this is my control unit, so I'm really, you can see all the buttons. I'm not using much of it. It's mostly these two sticks controlling, just like a video game, you would all the axes of the drone. And yeah, that's how we steer it. I've been flying drones for about 10-11 years, and we started with competition racing. So you have FPV drone racing, where you take kind of these drones but way smaller through courses. You race against like 5 to 8 other pilots through a course, and you see who's the fastest. So from that tech we grew quite a lot to integrate cameras and to use this, you know, the very fast-paced race drone technology, to use it for cinematics and to get more action, closer to the action than a normal drone would be able to do. Yeah. To fly this drone so far away, we have another drone in the air, which is relaying our signal back to the drone, and also the signal coming from the drone via the relay signal back to the relay drone back to our base station. So that way we can get more range, but also work around objects that are blocking the signal. So if we have to go behind buildings on the other side of a track, or even around a piece of mountain even. We can put the relay drone in the air and work the signal around it. We haven't tested the full range of the drone yet with the relay signal, but yeah, definitely 10-15 kilometers we could in theory do. Regulation-wise, there's some stuff we need to figure out to get that fully done, but in theory we can go 10-15 kilometers, something like this. These drones, we could make it a lot faster actually. It now goes 350 kilometers an hour, but there's some quite easy ways to make it go 400 more than that with bigger motors. That's not our goal. Our goal now is to make it a stable platform at high speeds for chasing cars, but we don't need to go faster than the cars are going. So we put more effort into making it last longer, have more flight time, better range, and better quality for filming it.